later in this game to get some...
Can anyone catch him? Spins away. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Still running at the 40. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Gamecocks are flying down the field.
14, South Carolina, 0.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback adapting. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Unleashes one. Got him downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On On second down, will they go back to the ground game? Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. He wants to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
He wants to throw it again. He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap it to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Direct snap. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Moves around to clear up the vision. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
He'll start this drive firing. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Floating away. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Moving away from pressure. And the ball's on the ground. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. It's good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. With jet sweep pass. Across the 45. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 14, South Carolina 10.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Using his legs, it's Sanders. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 25. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to him. They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Skips away from pressure. On the run, fires downfield. Calls it in. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And that one will put them up here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone.
14.
He'll bring it out. It's Law. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. From the gun, give on the inside. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Milroe. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. The ball squirts free. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over. Give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
The offense set for a first down play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
And you immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
They made the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd.
That's the end.
And the Gamecocks have pushed it inside the 20. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing out.
He is smashing people. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Buys a little time. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the 4th quarter, 1-possession games. QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecock.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Makes the grab, and he'll be smacked to the ground. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Got to get to the line. Closing in on a half minute to go. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Alabama pushing the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a space. Dances away. Got enough space. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
In the end zone.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
They've got the score, 13 seconds to play, and now they have to recover the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen.
No. We're not playing Ohio State and being frustrated all night with the fucking spin move. No, thank you. We're switching it up.
Vote for the top play of the year.
Your campaign is over. So long adieu, say sayonara. Who's gonna topple the king? Bet it all the knights, all the bishops. No one draws a sword, says a prayer. King Moose is gonna move strong against you. King Moose is 5 steps ahead of you. King Moose, you gonna move fast.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Boston Celtics come in for this one. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony alongside, I'm Kevin Harlan at the table. And from the sidelines, it's our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Now Tatum, after the missed three from Chet Holmgren. Outside, Horford fires for three, and it's Jason Tatum with a three.
What's special about him is he is a natural leader and an active scorer. When Tatum is firing off the catch, you know he's feeling it.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Outside, Dort. Clock at 6. And Tatum pulls it down. Outside, Porzingis. Outside, Tatum. From downtown, the shot will not fall. Now the Thunder with it. It's a three-point game. It's stolen by Brown. Here we go, one-on-one. Holiday with it. Dort covering. Tatum draws the double. Out left to the wing. And here's Porzingis for a three. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Over in the corner, Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one is good from Hartenstein.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Nice ball movement by Boston. On the wing, Brown. There's the triple. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
A consistent shot for him. Brown likes the three.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Outside, Dort. Pass to Williams. Inside. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the three ball is good.
Well, this is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
To the inside. Tatum wide open. He fires one. No good on the triple.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Down low. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. That gives them the lead.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Now here's Tatum. Brown outside. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. The Thunder with the lead. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Williams gets the bucket.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The three from Tatum. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Credit to him for trying to get that three right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Porzingis. In the corner. Tatum with it. And here is Brown. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's Tatum. Back to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. And that time, also a missed shot.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Over in the corner, Brown. Holmgren with the steal. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. No good there. Good D by Holiday.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Brown, no good. Porzingis with the steal. Stolen by Dort. And so it's Oklahoma City headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Here's Tatum. Brown outside. Here's the 3. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Brown's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Celtics.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Heck, I even remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Glad they're still together. Caruso, no good. Celtics trail by 7. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum draws the double. Lets the 3 fly. And Drew Holiday with the 3. Holiday's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody. And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Guys, just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
And Holiday has it in the corner. In the corner, Horford with it. Here's Tatum. Here he goes.
Woo, quick first step by Tatum. Then look out.
The Thunder leading by 3. To the left wing. Wallace outside. Offline with his 3. Here's the Celtics with the ball. On the wing, Holiday. On the wing, Holiday. And here's Tatum for 3. Rebound by Williams.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck for deep here. It's just not his night.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Pass to Wallace. Good on the 3-point shot. Wallace has got 6. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. The Thunder lead by 4. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 9. Pass to Hartenstein. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Holiday.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Celtics trail by 5. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there. Richard, so many things about Jrue Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
Brown with the bucket. Brown's got 7 points for the quarter.
For an athlete like Brown, you salivate. You just start drooling thinking about the open floor. Fast breaks are your friend.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
The Thunder leading by 5. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. High post try. No good off the back of the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Holiday with the 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here is Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Outside Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Back to Holiday. Just 4 to shoot. Launches a 3. And Holmgren pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Williams with the ball. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City. Dort misses. Celtics trailed by 5. Pass to Porzingis. Over in the corner, Brown. Outside Holiday. Tatum at the elbow. Back to Horford. Oh, trying for it. Holmgren with the steal. And here's the fast break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Lift off, Mr. Dort. A one-way ticket to the rim.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 7. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. 7 points for Jason Tatum.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
And the foul on Jrue Holiday. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Holmgren in the corner. Dort wide open. No good from outside.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Pass to Horford. Back to Holiday. Off target with his three. The Thunder leading by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Out guarded by Porzingis. Williams with a clean look. No good on the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
He ate the versatility. That is pretty special. The shot by Holiday, no good. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. The Thunder leading by 5. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go with a 3. Wallace, good. Wallace has got 9 points.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Double team on Holiday. Now Horford. Fires from deep. That shot misses. .132 left in the third quarter. Pass to Holmgren. The 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Celtics trail by 8. Round with it. Williams picks him up. Second chance effort. And Porzingis with the lay-in. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. 1:07 left to play in the third. Outside Tatum. Fires away from outside. It's not going to go for him. The Thunder leading by 8. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to Wallace. Holmgren with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Holmgren gets the bucket.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot missing. Nice D from Porzingis. The 3 from Tatum. That shot no good. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thanks, David. Pass to Brown. Back to Tatum. Here goes Tatum. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
The length and athleticism of Tatum is something else. Like, you can't blame the D for fouling him there. That's just something that's going to happen.
And he sinks the second. The Thunder leading by 8. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. Shot clock at 6. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Celtics trailed by 8. Brown outside. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
A wide open look here for Caruso. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Pass to Tatum. From deep. Rebound by Williams.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving inside. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Horford. Celtics trailed by 7. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Holiday. Now here's Porzingis. Nice ball movement by Boston. The 3 from Tatum. Rebound by Williams.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
It's Brown on the wing. Back to Holiday. Brown outside. Boston, no good that time either.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Pass to Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. For the 3. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. And a new group in here for the Thunder. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
And here's Tatum for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Tatum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Wasted no time on that one. George got the lead back up to 10 now for the Thunder.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Tatum down low. And he can't jam it through. Pass to Holmgren. outside. Gilgeous-Alexander to the middle. Here's Dort. Another shot. Holmgren with it. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
1:10 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Oklahoma City.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He was just dropping dimes left and right out there. Any opening that the D provided, he exploited it and found his teammates.
With some arc, Porzingis off with the layup. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander driving in. Good work there as it goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 14 now for the Thunder.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
And so the Thunder now can just hold on to the ball. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like
26, always end up with 20-something. Had a good three-point game. Hit 7 3-pointers. Out of how many? 8 3-pointers out of 29.